So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shravan Kumar from Delsoft Technologies, New Delhi. I am going to demonstrate you about NetSim Network Simulator and its various feature and functionality. This tool allows user to design, analyze their performance and validate their networks, and also permit the user to edit network protocols. So one by one we go to the slides and show you the features of the NetSim software. So first of all, why we use NetSim or any other network simulator. So as you know, with the advancement of technology, newer protocols are being drafted very frequently. So it is very difficult to keep abreast with the latest happenings. So analyzing these network behaviors using traditional analytic methods has become very cumbersome. So it is not easy to manually analyze these network behavior. So considering the fact that large number of parameters are involved, we need these kind of simulators to provide an accurate understanding of network behavior and their associated problems and their solutions. Now NetSim has some customer segments. First of all, NetSim introduction. So NetSim is a scientific tool for designing and validating networks and protocols. So it has a lot of relevance in protocol research and development. And in defense, it is used for simulating network-centric warfare. So it has a wide range of technologies which is possible to simulate in NetSim. These are Internetworks, which is LAN, WAN and wireless LAN, MANET, mobile ad hoc network, then WiMAX, cellular networks, which consist of GSM and CDMA, then cognitive radio, LTE and wireless sensor network, which includes ZigBee. So NetSim has two versions. One is academic version and one is standard version. So in academic version, it has the capability of designing and analyzing the various kind of networks with the help of GUI. But in standard version, users are provided with C source code of their network protocols, which are implemented based on IEEE and IETF standards. The purpose of this providing C source code is to enable user to edit the standard protocol code according to their own requirement, and they can further link it with NetSim and analyze the performance of their newly designed protocol. So you can add existing protocol and create your own protocol using C source code in Visual Studio. Now NetSim has some customer segments. These are enterprises, defense, R&D labs, academic. In our enterprises, it is used for designing network design, network validation. In defense, it is used for network-centric warfare. R&D labs, it is used for protocol development and new technology testing. And in academics, it is used in network labs, advanced network lab in MTech, and PhD thesis work. Now the architecture. As you are seeing, this is the architecture of NetSim, which provide you the holistic view of NetSim, where user will design the network and configure it in GUI interface, which will further simulated by NetSim engine and thereby provide multiple metrics regarding the performance of their simulated network. So users are not required to write any script or code while designing and configuring the network scenario. So this network engine is a most striking feature of NetSim. As you can see, it is utilizing a virtual network stack, which actually mimics the real world TCP IP stack, and hence makes it very easy for any user to edit protocols, and which gives the fairly accurate result. Okay. Now NetSim components. So NetSim is divided into 9 components, which the first one is Internetworks. that is Ethernet, wireless LAN. Ethernet has fast and gigabit ARP. Wireless LAN has, as per the standard, 802.11 ABGN ACNE. Then propagation, free space, log normal shadowing, relic fading, IPv4. Then firewalls. Then routing has RIP and OSPF by default. Then queuing has round robin, FIFO, priority, TCP and UDP. And these are all designed as per the international standards. And these are some common module application, that is traffic generator. Traffic generator is you can generate various kind of traffic like voice, video, FTP, database. This all network traffic you can generate on any node. Then matrix engine is there with packet trace and event trace. Packet animator is there where you can see packets moving from one node to another. Then component 2, it has legacy network, that is Aloha, pure and slotted, CSMS CD, token ring, token bus, ATM, frame relays and MPLS. Then component 3, it is BJP network. Then component 4, it is advanced wireless network, which has MANET. MANET has DSR, AODV, OLSR and ZRP protocol. Okay, then WiMAX. Now the component 5. Component 5 is cellular network, that is GSM and CDMA. Okay. Now component 6. Component 6 is wireless sensor network and personal area network, that is with agent model and battery model ZigBee. And component 7 has cognitive radio network, that is wireless radio area network. Component 8 is LTE, long term evolution. And component 9 is military radio, TDMA link 16. And for using this component 6 and 9, you need the component 4. It is MANET part you need to run these components. Now what's new in V8? So in version 8, some of the features have been upgraded like LTE, OFDM for downlink, SCFDMA for uplink, MIMO for enhanced throughput. Some of the features have been upgraded. In dynamic matrix, uh, you can have the graphs of application throughput and link throughput. Okay, you can enable this dynamic matrix while running the simulation. Then UI property view, you can custom some of the properties of the devices through XML. You can edit these XML files and custom your some of the properties that is needed in your device. Then in BGP and cellular network, some of the features have been upgraded. The new application models, peer-to-peer, email and HTTP have been upgraded. Now NetSim hands-on. Hands-on practice of NetSim have been divided into two parts. First of all, model, simulate and analyze a variety of networks, and write your own code and link it with NetSim. So first you can work on the NetSim through GUI, where all the nodes and links would be provided. You can drag and drop those nodes into the environment and design your network, then configure, analyze, simulate and analyze. So we'll go one by one through these parts. Now part 1, design the network. You design the network, you are provided with the nodes and links. You will create your network into the environment, configure the network. For configuring the network, you have to go to the property of the nodes. You can right click on the properties, right click on the nodes, you will get the properties, open it, and some of the default properties are given there. You can and some of the properties are variable. You can change those variable parameters and see the results. Now model traffic. In model traffic, you can create some of the traffic like email, HTTP, custom, CBR, various kind of traffic you can generate on any node. So just to show the packet movement, we can generate this model traffic. Then simulate your network. After the creation modeling, you can simulate the network and see the result. In simulation, you have to give the simulation timing. Then in summary of this modeling and simulation, you can see in this screenshot some of the nodes and links have been created. And in application properties, you can see application type, CBR, custom, email, HTTP. All these kind of application type you can generate on these nodes, and you have to provide the source ID and destination ID, from where you have to send the traffic to which destination. Then packet size, what will be the packet size, its distribution, whether it would be constant or some other distribution, or you can set the inter arrival timing, their distribution and value of this distribution timing. Now, NetSim can be run through CLI command line interface or through XML based config files. So when we run the through GUI, it will give you XML based config files. So usually prefer XML based files because they are quicker for understanding, they have better presentation, and it has automatic format verification. So we use XML based config files only. Now analysis. So after the simulation, we'll go for analysis. It will give you a performance matrix. In performance matrix, there are various network metrics are given there. In packet animator, you can see packet animation moving from one node to another. You can set the animation speed, change the color of the packets, data packet, control packet. In analysis summary, you can see when we simulate a network, the performance matrix is created, and performance matrix has further divided into these five parts: the network matrix, application matrix, link, protocol, and device matrix. Okay, so this network matrix, it allows user to view the values of the matrix obtained based on the overall network. So it will give you the overall performance of the network, about overall network data to be provided. Then application matrix displays the various metrics based on the application running in the network scenario, like throughput and delay. Okay. Then link matrix displays the values of the metrics related to each link, like packet transmitted, packet error, packet collided. Then protocol metrics, it displays the protocol based metrics which are implemented in network scenario. So these metrics will vary depending upon the type of network simulated. In this case, you can notice TCP metrics, IP metrics, and OSPF metrics. Now device metrics, it displays the device related metrics like ARP table and IP forwarding table. So this is the overall summary of your performance metrics. Now this is the demonstration of packet animator. Here you can see in the screenshot, packets are moving from one node to another. This is for animation speed, and this is your simulation timing. If the packets are movable, you can see the node mobility also. Now standard version. So as I have told you that NetSim has two versions. One is academic and standard. So whatever feature I have told you now till now, these are all available in both the versions. One academic and standard both. So now I will tell you what are some exclusive features that are available in standard version. So traces, first of all traces. Traces are of two types. One is packet trace and one is event trace. So the packet trace will give you a set of chosen parameter for every packet as it flows through the network, such as arrival times, queuing times, departure times, payload, overhead, errors, collisions. And this event trace will record every single event along with associated information such as timestamp, event ID, event type. Okay, so you can see in the screenshot there are two screenshots, one is blue and black. So blue one is the packet trace. You can see these attributes that are available in packet trace, and these are the attributes which are available in event trace. Okay, so this packet trace can be used for performance validation, statistical analysis, and custom code debugging. So you have to enable these packet trace and event trace. while configuring your network. Now dynamic metrics. Dynamic metrics allows user to monitor the value of a parameter over simulation timing. So this is essential for researcher to understand the behavior of a network at any instant of time. So it will give you the application throughput and link throughput, and this plot can be done while during the simulation or offline. We usually prefer it offline because during the simulation it will slow down your simulation timing. So that's why we prefer after the simulation only. Now Wireshark. As you know, Wireshark is a free and open source packet analyzer which is used for network troubleshooting, analysis, and communication protocol development. In NetSim, instead of performing some mathematical calculation and providing the result to your user, it actually generates the packets and transmit it within the simulated network. Hence, Wireshark can be used inside NetSim to capture these packets at multiple node location and perform further analysis. So you can see in the screenshot, this is the packet captured. It is showing some of the packet capture of TCP type, and below is the some of the graphs which are available in Wireshark only, RTT graph and window scaling graph. Like this, some other graphs are also available. You have to enable this Wireshark while configuring your network at any node. Okay. Now part 2 in development platform, that is also available in standard version only. So you can see in the screenshot there are two screenshot available. First one is for programming, second one is for GUI. So NetSim allows the user to edit the protocol source code, and this C source code are provided with the tool. User can also use third-party tool like IDE or Visual Studio 2010 to debug these protocol codes. Okay, and NetSim allows the user to write the custom code for all the protocols by creating a DLL for their custom code and replacing NetSim's default DLL with the user's custom DLL. So you can see in the screenshot some codes have been modified. They have provided with the printf statement and link it with the GUI. So when we run this simulation while calling this function by this editing this DLL, you will get first printed hello world. Then when you put the enter, it will then run the simulation. So we'll see after the presentation how it works. Now custom hands-on. All the protocol C source code are available in this NetSim installation directory. That is C program files and NetSim standard. And some net APIs have been given. In order to reduce time and effort of protocol developer, NetSim provides APIs which can be reduced to perform activities like packet creation, deletion, IP address comparison. NetSim also provide a manual in the help section to assist developer while writing or editing the source code. Okay. Now NetSim has 300 plus customer base across 15 countries in different domain like defense, space, industry, in education, in international, and in India also. Now we'll go to the software and see how we can work on it. So this is our first window appear after opening the software. You have to go to simulation for designing any network. It has given some programming exercises also related to some protocols. It is our utilities for login as an administrator or some users, and it is the help manual for NetSim user manual, source code help, and experimental manual. It has provided some of the experiments related to every technologies, and you can do these experiments step by step. So for doing any simulation, you have to go for new Internetworks. Internetworks provide you with uh, wired and wireless network. You can design these networks separately or you can combine these networks. Legacy network. Legacy has pure Aloha, slotted, traditional Ethernet, token bus, token ring, various kind of legacy network are there. Advanced wireless network, that is with MANET and WiMAX, BGP network, cellular network with GSM and CDMA, wireless sensor network, and personal area network, that is ZigBee, cognitive radio network, and LT network. So we go through this Internetworks and see how it works. This is your environment where you have to drop down these nodes which are available here. Some of the nodes are disabled. You can see this cross nodes. The nodes which are not related to this internetworks, that are being disabled. Likewise, in the node section also, the whichever node is not related to this internetworks, all are disabled. So you have wired and wireless node only. So you have to select this wired node and click. You have to select one switch and one router, one access point, wireless node. Now we have to connect these nodes. So we'll select wired link. Simply have to drag and drop this link. Now for wireless nodes, you have to select the wireless link. Now your network has been set. Now you have to set the parameters, configure the network. Click on properties. You will have the global property for any node. Here you will have the device name, device type, its position, and Wireshark. The Wireshark can be enabled from here by clicking online, and after the simulation, it will capture the real-time TCP/IP packets. Then in transport layer, TCP and UDP protocol is there, and various feature related to TCP. You can change from here. Network layer, interface. Okay, so it has network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. You can change the IP address, subnet mask, default gateway from here. And these are some information tabs given here. If we want to know about these parameters, you have to just click on this I tab. You will get the definition of these parameters. On any I tab you will select, you will get the information of those parameters. This is just for information. Okay. Likewise, you can select the links also. This wired link, link type, link medium, link mode. You can select uplink speed and downlink speed. You can select uplink and downlink BER. Just have to click on this one. And if you want to implement some error, you can select anyone, or you can choose for no error. So click on switch properties. It will give you the properties related to switch. So switch has three interface of Ethernet. So it will provide you these three interface and their various parameters. So exclusive feature of those devices are given, like switching mode. You can define switching mode, whether it is store and forward, cut through, fragment free. Then speed you can define. Then you can select the switch priority, buffer size. These parameter can be set from here. Likewise, you can select any of the interface. Then router. You can provide the Wireshark in the router also. Then in transport layer, TCP and UDP, network layer. In network layer, you can set the firewall status. If you select the true, it will the firewall will be on. And if you want to disable any node, you can disable those nodes while enabling this firewall. It has also two interface of Ethernet, so it will provide you the parameter for both the interfaces. You can select the scheduling type, then buffer sizing, IP address subnet mask. This parameter can be set from here. Same for second interface. Okay. Now for access point. In access point, you can see it has both the interface, one for wireless and one for Ethernet. When you click on wireless, you can set the parameter for wireless interface. There is data link layer and physical layer. Data link layer, you can set, enable or disable this IEEE 802.11e. Retry limit you can set, buffer size, RTH threshold. Then you can set the standard from here, transmitting power, frequency band, then standard channels. Standard channels are provided. You can select any one of this. Then is Ethernet interface, that is by default. You can accept, and you can click on the wireless properties also, wireless node properties. It has also link type, link medium, link mode, and channel characteristic is given there, which is fading and shadowing. Fading only, line of sight, and no path loss. So we'll select no path loss and click accept. You can also set property for wireless node. It has one interface of wireless through access point. You can set the various parameter. Same as transport and network layer. Okay. Now if you want to create some traffic here, you can set various kind of traffic on any node. We have to just drop down this application tab and right click on application. You can see the property of application. Here application type is CBR, custom email, HTTP, video, voice, database, FTP, peer-to-peer. So these are the application type that you want to create. You just click on custom and you have to set source ID and destination ID. Like I want to say, send traffic from source ID 1 to destination ID 6. Then packet size you can define, either it is constant or exponential distribution, or its value you can define. Then enter arrival time, its distribution, either it is constant or exponential, or its value. These things you can define. And if you want to set some of the more application, you can add this application from here. Then accept. Here you can see one application of custom type have been set from wired node 1 to 6, wireless node 6. Okay. Now packet trace, event trace, and dynamic metrics. These are the features available in standard version. So if you want to see packet trace, you have to select packet trace and give the file name. This is the file type, that is .csv in Excel format. This file storage path, and these are the attributes that are available. Select these attributes. It's already selected. You can select for TCP, wireless LAN. Click OK. Then for event trace, you have to give the event trace file name. These are the attributes that will be available. Click OK. Okay. Now dynamic metrics. Here you have to select plot graph after simulation, during simulation. So we'll select plot graph after simulation and see the throughput for all the links, then application, then congestion window. So you have to select OK. And now we run the simulation after configuring our network. Let's change the simulation time to 30. You can set the packet animation from here. If you want to record animation, if you want to play and record both, or you don't want to play and record. So you can select between these three. So we have to see the animation and record both. So we'll select first one and click on OK. Simulation has started now. As you have selected Wireshark, the Wireshark will start in between the simulation and it will capture the real-time packet. As you can see, packet capturing has been started. TCP packets. Simulation is running. While running the simulation, all the packets have been captured. Okay. So now simulation has been done. You can see the performance metrics have been created. So in performance metrics, first of all, you will get the network metrics that will have the information of your network, that is simulation timing, overall timing, packets transmitted, packet errored, packet collided, then bytes transmitted, payload transmitted, and overhead transmitted. Apart from the network metrics, it will have net link metrics that will give you the link information. Uh, each and every link, you will get the packet transmitted, errored packet, collided packets, byte transmitted, payload transmitted, overhead transmitted. Okay. In application metrics, you will get the overall throughput from source ID 1 to destination ID 6, packet transmitted, received, overall throughput. Okay. So we have set the dynamic graph plotting. So we can see link throughput like link 1, link 2, link 3, link 4, and link 5 wireless. Okay. So these links have been created now. And now in application throughput, you can see the application throughput graph. And in TCP congestion window, you can see the TCP congestion window according to the timing. Okay. So these graph have been created. Apart from these graph, all the data of NetSim is exported into the MS Excel format. So if you click on export to MS Excel.csv format, you will get all the result in XML format, Excel format. So when you get the data in Excel, you can insert any graph format, or you can create graph according to these data. Okay. Now we can see the packet animation. If you run the packet animation, it will show you packets moving. First of all, a signal has been sent, then acknowledgement has been sent from wireless node, then it will send you the custom type of packet. When it will get the acknowledgement, it will send the packet. Okay. You can increase or decrease the simulation timing. For faster, you can increase the simulation timing. For slow, you can slow down this. Simulation time is running. you can stop the simulation and go for further analysis. Now we have set for packet trace and event trace also. So we can see packet trace and event trace from here. You can click on packet trace. You will get your packet trace in Excel format. Here you can see your each and every packet given here. For better analysis, you just have to make some changes in this Excel file. Just select this first one and select for filter. And if you click on this packet, first of all packet 1 or 3 you can select. So you can see packet 1 and packet 3 for packet movement, each and every packet movement from 1 and 3. They are hopping from one hop to another. Packet is successfully sent or not. Is transmitter receiver information. Okay. The RTUs. All the information about your packet is given here. So you can select between these packets. Now we go for event trace. Like packet trace, event trace has the information of the events that are performing in the network. Event by event you can analyze. Same as you can freeze these pins and filter it, and you can analyze one by one these packets and events. Okay. Now we just have to save this file. And you can click on go to NetSim Analytics. So NetSim Analytics is a tool where you can analyze between different matrices of the same technology. Like in Internetworks, if you select some of the metrics, you can see according to their various different parameters. Here you can see we have added 4 matrices, and they can be analyzed according to their simulation timing, packet transmitted, packet errored, packet collided, bytes transmitted, payload transmitted, overhead transmitted. Okay. So likewise, you can vary the different parameter of the network and save different matrices, matrix file, and you can analyze this matrices over this parameter. Likewise, you can select between these networks and create their matrix file and compare those matrix file. Okay. Now we have done with the simulation in GUI. Now we will go to the custom code properties where we can edit some of the existing protocol. Okay. For that we have to go into the NetSim installation directory, that is C program files and NetSim standard, where we can see there are some file bin folder docs and src. In bin folder You can see these all the protocols have been given in their DLL extension. So the NetSim understand the DLL extension only. So whatever addition you have to done in Visual Studio, that has to be saved in DLL extension only. And if you want to create your own DLL, you have to copy that DLL into this default directory, okay, in the same name. So in NetSim standard, there is SRC folder and simulation. We have just make a copy of this simulation folder just to avoid interference between our real DLL files. So we just make a copy of the simulation, and in this there is a link of NetSim that will run the Visual Studio solution. So when you click on this NetSim Visual Studio link, it will open this Visual Studio that is already open. So you can see in this all the protocols have been given here. Now when you open one of the protocol, like I've opened dsr.c, it will give you the program dsr.c, and we have made some changes in this. Okay, we have given printf command hello world in this init function. So when we call this DSR function in our experiment, whatever it may be, whether it is MANET or wireless sensor network that used DSR protocol, so it will call our DLL file only. So we just have to right click on this DSR file and build it. So when we build this, it will give you a DLL file created in DLL folder. You can see libdsr.dll file is created here. We have already made it just to save the time. libdsr.dll, and you have to just copy this DLL and go to the bin directory of the NetSim and copy this DLL file here. So there is already a libdsr.dll file. So we have just make it as a default libdsr default.dll just to save our original DLL file and copy our DLL here. And now when we call this DSR function, that edited dsr.dll file would be called. So we just have to use this DLL in one of the experiment. So we just use a MANET experiment just to show you the DSR functionality. You can see we have added 5 nodes here and provided a CBI type of application from node 1 to 5. And when we run this simulation, DSR function will call, and when it calls the DSR function, it will call our dsr.dll, and first it will print the hello world in it, then after it will go to the simulation. So we have to put enter after the hello world printed. So you can see in this CLI mode that hello world is printed here, and now when we enter it, it will run the simulation further. Okay, here also you can see the packet animation. Okay, so this is just to show you that how we can edit our existing protocol and link it their DLL with the NetSim. Apart from this simulation, we have some programming exercises, that is for ARP, cryptography, DVR, error coding detecting, scheduling, PC to PC communication, shortest path. Just if you click on shortest path, it has some sample programming given. It has some source coding. So you have to select the algorithm, whether it is link state or fluid, number of routers involved, and when you click on these routers, it will ask you for distance. You have to give this distance from here. Now you have to select the source router, let's say 123, and when we run the simulation, it will analyze this distance and show you the shortest path available for sending the data from 1 to 3. So it is running according to the programming running in the backend. This programming can be seen by clicking on this interface source code. You can see 1, 2, 3. 23 is the shortest path. It is in green line. So if you want to see the interface source code that is running in the background, you just click on the interface source code and it will open in Visual Studio by default. So link state algorithm is there. So link state.c program is there. If you want to edit any of the feature, you can add it in this .c file and save it. Or if you want to create your own file, you have to save it in exe format. And in NetSim, when you want to use your file, you just have to click on user. It will ask you at exe and zar file. So you just have to browse this file, exe file, and open it here. And you can run your experiment through those your files. Okay, you can also open this concept algorithm pseudocode and flowcharts just to study purpose. All the detail about this shortest path. Okay. Likewise, you can analyze any of these protocols. We have also enabled this Wireshark. So there are some of the features of Wireshark also. Like in statistics, you go in the conversation and you can have some graphs. In graph type, you can see window scaling graph, time sequence, throughput, RTT graph. These are available. Okay. Then in IO graphs, some of the graphs can be inserted here, like if you see TCP, IP, ICMP. To select these graphs and change the parameter of this timing, and you can see these graphs. These are available. So these are some of the features of Wireshark also. So you can explore more for these features. Now I've done with my presentation. If you have any query, you can ask me. If you have the audio facility, you can ask me, or you can write your query also in the text box. Hello? Hello? Amanpreet ma'am, can you hear me? Yeah, ma'am. We have some videos available. I'll send you that link that will have the wireless sensor network radio, cognitive radio, all the different features. Videos are there. We'll give you those links. I'll send you on a mail just after the presentation. I'll send you. You can see how we can implement wireless sensor network. Yeah, I'll send you all the details of this related to this software. I'll share with you. Yes. Ma'am, NetSim is a commercial software. If you want to use it, you have to purchase it. Either you can purchase it for academic version or standard version, according to your requirement. Like if you want to edit the protocols and do the programming, you have to use standard version. And if you just have to use for GUI, you can use academic version. Jyoti ma'am, you can write your query. If you have any query, you can write in the same text box. Yes, ma'am, this environment can be set. That is available. Any other queries? Suraj sir, Akshada ma'am, any other queries? You can go into this grid view in this simulation environment setting. When you don't have any nodes in the environment, you can only set this environment setting. You can go in the simulation environment, grid view or map you can select. For grid length, you can select if it is 500. If you want to select 800, it will increase to 800 now. Previously, it was for 500. Now it is for 800. So likewise, you can increase or decrease the grid size. The cost of academic version is 10 user for 3.5 lakhs, ma'am. 10 user is the minimum for 3.5 lakhs. Should I send you the proposal for? Okay, ma'am. I'll send you. This is my email ID and phone number. If you want to have any query after the presentation, also you can call me or email me on this number. Yes, Suraj sir, do you have any query? तो होगा लिस्ट में. लिख लो ना उसमें. कैसे होगा उसमें लिस्ट में आपको. Okay, ma'am. Do you have any query or should I leave the presentation? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for attending this webinar session.